Right, who wants the first piece of humble pie? You or me? There's no one here, including the Forty20 guys back on Monday. No one thought Huddersfield would come here and win.
No.
After 10 minutes, no one thought Huddersfield would come here and win. They're 8-0 down, Paul Cooke, but, well, fair play. They have come back and they've won easily, 36-18 in the end.
Convincingly in the end. It was in the balance for a long time. I just thought the bench was big for Huddersfield. Lawrence, Wilson and English with the first try, but Wilson's carries debut off the bench, I thought it was magnificent. Lawrence, man of the match in my opinion. I thought he gave them a real steeliness. When you want big players to stand up and tough players to stand up, I thought them three particularly did that off the bench. Leaning to played big minutes with O'Brien's injury early. And I've done it tough tonight, Huddersfield, but found a way.
Have, and obviously we hope Adam O'Brien is alright. Looked quite serious when he went off. We hope he's alright. Ollie Wilson, youngster, signed from Bradford, big fee. A lot of people talking him up. I'll tell you what, he walked the walk tonight, didn't he?
He did. The young man looks to have a big future, doesn't he? All them players off the bench gave them, for me, is a bit of urgency and a bit of enthusiasm to get aggressive with carries and onto the ground and, you know, fight to play the football. They just give the speed of the game a little tempo and a lift in tempo. Momentum swung in the Giants' direction from them three, in my opinion, off the bench, and off the back of that, they just, you know, they played some really good stuff and hung in there and ground the result out, and a couple of tries off kicks. The McIntosh one, second half, first try, second half was a bit of a killer for Salford. I thought they started the second half really well, and then Gil Dudson's penalty, McIntosh puts the ball down, and then all of a sudden it's.
Well, that was the turning point of the game. 2 points in front at half-time, Huddersfield. They're penned inside their own 30. Dudson tackle 5, high tackle on English, go down the other end. McIntosh scores a great try. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was the game changer.
A big swing in momentum. It's really difficult to gain that momentum back, and that's not to say Salford didn't, but the Giants defended stoutly. A couple of things went their way. I thought a couple of head injuries went their way, and I mean that with the utmost respect to head injuries. You know, they've got a couple of free changes to middle players, Murphy. Clough first half. Jackson Hastings' kicks just didn't quite bobble up for a couple of players. Lola here one, and then Lannan the second one. So yeah, they've rode the luck a little bit, but when you're at the bottom you need that little bit of luck, and sometimes it doesn't go your way, and we harp on about it, just then things don't go our way. When you're at the bottom of the table you get kicked while you're down. Well, tonight they've come out on the right end of some of them poor decisions that have probably gone against them.
Yeah, Huddersfield came out tonight and fought. They showed some backbone tonight.
And I think we said that pre-game was Hulkington Rovers, Leeds and London look like they've got some fight in them. For the last 4 weeks, Huddersfield have had no fight. Or it seems no fight in games. They've rolled over, if you like, and conceded lots of points. Well, tonight at 8-0, you'd have been forgiven for thinking that Salford would roll over the top of them again and rack up a big score. But I thought that the Giants have been fantastic tonight, particularly, as I said, off the bench, with that momentum swing with the three players in the middle of the field. But you know, some other big performances. Senior on the left wing drops his first couple, catches everything else, and Wardle with the try at the end. They've got some good young players.
He's a good player, isn't he, Jacob?
Absolutely.
Wardle? Very good young player, and I think that'll be the pleasing thing. Look, I want to ask you about an incident at half time. It looked to me like Richard Hewlett went down the tunnel into the dressing room with a coach.
Well, we don't know whether he's gone into the dressing room. There's been a couple of comments on Twitter about he may have gone to check on Adam O'Brien. Well, if that's the case, go after 9 minutes and check on the boy. I just don't like backroom staff or people above the coaching staff going in with
He was
the
down at pitch side as well at the end.
But maybe it's a show of defiance for the coach.
Okay.
An arm round his shoulder to say that we're with you. I did notice Ken Davey down there at the end of the game too. He throws his money and he can go where he wants, of course he can. But yeah, I just think coach is coach, and you know, CEOs run the club. They look after contracts and negotiations, and owners throw the money in. They're entitled to an opinion any time they want, but the best ones stay in the background for me.
What it does do, though, it shows just how tense it is at the bottom, doesn't it? You know how much this is affecting everyone.
Well, we're sat just a row in front and probably 5 places to the right of Simon Wolford, and we can hear him. There's some expletives on the TalkSport too, and we have to apologise that, you know, it seems every 5 minutes, because it is so tight and so tense, and the pressure is on everybody, and little decisions, kicks of the ball, you hear Wolford get animated about, tries, no try. We saw him think that the Akumatai try was dropped and he thinks he's dropped the football. So there's emotion with it all, isn't there? And the coaches live it, the fans live it, we all live it from the sidelines. I mean, we're neutral tonight, not bothered who wins, but you can feel the tension.
You can indeed. We're being asked, does that mean that Salford are back in it now? They're only 2 points in front of Huddersfield.
Well, I think that depends on the rest of the results this weekend. I think Salford, as I said, for every result, there's a reaction to everybody else. They'll be hoping OKR get beat at Wigan. They'll be hoping that Leeds lose their game this weekend. London lose to Warrington. That keeps them at bay by 4 points, all three of them teams. Huddersfield move up to 16. They're within the sights now of Salford. So every result has a bearing on everybody else, and I think Salford will have one eye on the rest of the results this weekend.
They will indeed. Tomorrow night we're live on TalkSport 2. We're down the road at Wigan Hull KR. Do you give your former club any chance?
Well, yes, because I've tipped Wigan, so I give Hawkins and Roberts every chance. Whoever I've tipped this weekend, tipped the other team. It's difficult because Wigan are on a 4-match winning run. If you're going with form, you're predicting that Wigan will win. They'll stay in the 5. As tonight showed, form doesn't really matter, does it? It's what happens on the night, and of course you give Hawkins and Roberts a chance of not being too far away. Only lost by a point to Wigan just a few weeks ago.
And they're a vastly different team now, aren't they?
Absolutely, under Tony Smith. There's some real subtle changes in the effort areas of the game for me.
Yeah, there is indeed. We can't go without saying well done to Huddersfield. We're
wonderful.
all wondering where the win was coming from. It's happened today. This is a shot in the arm. They've got the Dragons next week. The Dragons are not in great form themselves. Then they've got Hull KR away, Leeds at home. The next 3 weeks are going to be crucial.
Pivotal.
I think Simon Wolford last week, he had no answers. Today's players came up with something.
Oh, massive answers. At 8-0, as I said, you're fearful for the Giants at 8-0 because you think another scoreline could be racked up against them. They could be sat at the foot of the table after the weekend. It could be points difference, could take a real hammering. I thought they've really hung in there tonight, and they've showed what probably we thought pre-game about the other 3 teams around them is there's some grit and determination and character and fight amongst them, and I think we saw that tonight from Huddersfield. Massive well done from me. I mean, I'm quite happy to eat humble pie. I mean,
we all said we thought we'd lose, and they were the better team.
I thought it was magnificent tonight.
Yeah, Spencer, last one then says, who do you think's going down?
I still think London. I predicted London at the beginning of the season. I see no reason why to change. They're still sat at the foot of the table after 20 rounds. The last 9 games are the equivalent of the championship rounds in boxing. It's a long old slog. It's a marathon of a season, and you're coming into what is the really pivotal games of the season. They play Warrington. They've got some tough games to come. I can't see Warrington going down there and resting players after last weekend. They need to keep Hull at bay in third. So yeah, I think it's a big game for Warrington, and I can't see London winning.
Right, well, Paul and I have to get some brown sauce to get this humble pie down because we've been absolutely battered tonight on social media. The 40-20 kiss of death. Everyone went for Salford. We all got it wrong. Hey, who'd have thought it? We'll see. We're back tomorrow night. We'll have at the DW. We'll see you then. Thanks to Paul. Thanks to you for watching. We'll catch you later. Take care.